Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as you can see, I join you in the world of Minecraft, where today I'm going to be showing you a mod that I've made, which is called Relics of Divinity, and you can get the download link in the description below. The current version is for 1.16, but we also have older versions for 1.15. So you can go and play them if you like what you see in this video. Now, for a start, this mod was really just an excuse for me to make some cool items and put them in Minecraft. And the premise really is a bunch of items from numerous mythologies, and in some cases fictional creations that have cool objects in them. Now, as you can see, I'm creative, so I have access to all these relics that I'm going to show you now. However, first off, I will be showing you how they are acquired inside of survival gameplay, and this is called the Wandering Cyclops, and it's a rare boss. It's a rare boss that can spawn. I'll spawn him in now. As you can see, quite the fearsome character. Very fearsome indeed. Quite tall as well. As you can see, if we kill him, he'll drop a random relic from the game, as you see here. However, I'm not going to show you that yet because I want to go through every item individually and by itself. As you can see, there's a tab for every mythology that the relics come from. So the first one here is Hellenic, which refers to ancient Greek, Roman, that sort of origin. And these are all the items that are currently in the Hellenic tab. So the first one, as you can see here, I'm just going to go into survival to test these. It's called Hermes sandals. Now, they make quite terrible armor, to be honest, +1. However, if we wear them, as you can see, it actually allows for survival flight. And then if I let go of the spacebar, I will slowly glide down. Take, well, no fall damage, obviously. This can be useful, let's say, this ravine. For one, if you're wearing it, you're not going to take any fall damage in the first place, but let's say you've just been keeping it in your inventory. Normally you're in here, you have to stack up blocks, mine your way out, something like that. Did this, a few seconds, and you're out. Very cool relic there. The next one, Zeus's lightning bolt. Oh, there we go, could have done with Hermes sandals then. Now this is a very cool relic. And if you right click this in your hand, you can strike lightning wherever the heck you want. You can hold down, absolutely crazy lightning. One downside though, you can't really use this in a close quarters PvP, let's say against this chicken, because you yourself are going to get zapped. Now the next thing is going to come in useful. It's called the Rod of Asclepius, and this, as you can see, while in the hand, will quickly heal the user. Now you can't see this, but you're going to have to take my word for it. If we hit an injured animal or player or anything with it, boom, it will actually recover them to full health. So not only can you heal yourself, but you can also act as a healer to other people and things. The next thing, the bottle of ambrosia. This is kind of similar in that it will restore all of your health when drank. However, as as you can see, it'll also restore an infinite amount of hunger to full. As you can see, Zeus's bolts have created some devastation over there. Now the cornucopia is closely linked, so of course you can get any of these from the Cyclops. However, the cornucopia is a lot better than the ambrosia bottle, because what this allows for, it doesn't do anything by itself, it allows for infinite ambrosia crafted like that. It's simply just a bottle with the cornucopia. You have infinite food essentially. Very cool. Now this one here, Cephalus's javelin, is a bit of a work in progress. Now in mythology, this is supposed to home in on its target and strike them from wherever. However, currently we are not able to implement that in Minecraft, so all that currently happens is it acts as just a standard javelin, as you can see. However, if I can find a mob, it does actually act as quite a decent weapon, and unlike a bow, it doesn't require any durability or ammo. Oh my god, I missed. There we go, one hits a chicken. Don't remember how much exactly damage it does, but I'm sure you can test that yourself. In fact, I'll test it right now. What's got a lot of health? I know Ravager has a lot of health. Goodness, maybe that wasn't the wisest of ideas. As you can see here, the Rod of Asclepius is incredibly useful. Oh god, this was not a good idea. But with these relics, in fact, I'll just put this on. Actually, speaking of which, here is a bit of an incompatibility with relics. Beautiful. If you are using the Hermes sandals and the Rod of Asclepius, they will actually interfere, because this rod gets rid of any state effects that you have. So it can remove poison, whatever. However, it also removes the levitation of the sandals. So even with pressing space, it's not going to work. Anyway, let's see if we can kill this idiot. Oh, we might need some more powerful relics for this. Let's try the lightning bolt. Come on, come on. Good God, that thing is powerful. I think my javelin was incinerated there. Yes, it was. Anyway, we don't need that. The next one, Perseus's harpy. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now this is very useful. So it is a decent. In fact, I'm just going to give myself a netherite sword to really compare these things versus vanilla. So as you can see, this actually has the same stats as the netherite sword. So as relics go, it's decent, but it's not incredible. However, this actually allows me to mine, and it's a decent shovel, and you guessed it, it's a decent axe as well. Now this isn't going to be, this isn't as good as diamond or anything, netherite, whatever. However, it's a good multi-tool, can come in handy a lot, and also, like any of the relics, what it is it doesn't have durability. So potentially it's a very good backup tool, or it could be your only tool, whatever floats your boat. And the last one here is actually the Nemean pelt. Now this is an incredibly strong piece of armor. So that chestplate has 16. Which is the same as the netherite which is double the netherite chestplate. So very, very good piece of armor there. However, it does not it does not have a full set, of course, so you are going to have to mix and match it with some vanilla stuff. And I want to just show you how good this is by pitting it against itself, because there is actually a mob called the Anemoline, which in mythology is what this comes from. Now, this Anemoline actually does not exist in standard survival. It can only be spawned in. There are plans to add it to survival, but as you can see, it can provide a good boss battle. As you can see, this should do a lot of damage, but the damage is quite lowered because of the amount of health that its chestplate does. And although this isn't in the game yet, well, not properly in the game, it does still drop that Nemean pelt. So, yep, good boss battle there. Not implemented yet though. And that is the Hellenic Relics completed. Right, now onto the next tab, which is actually the Christian Relics. Now the first one of these is actually Death Scythe. Now, at a brief inspection, it looks like it only gives a lowly 7 attack damage. However, in practice, this is an incredibly powerful weapon. And in fact, it will one-hit anything in the game. So remember that Ravager we were struggling with before? Let's do a quick test. Now, I'll show you the same Ravager. Oh no. Even with the Nemean pelt, I'm getting absolutely shredded by that thing. However, no worries. As you can see, Death Scythe will annihilate it. Much like it annihilated me. I'm just going to heal up a sec. Quick sip of ambrosia. Ding. Next thing, it's called War Sword. Now, as you can see, this is base value. I think the best weapon we've seen so far. 9 attack damage and 2 attack speed. However, quite unfortunately, it sets you on fire the whole time you're using this. Now, it does give you fire resistance, so the actual fire isn't going to be a trouble. However, as you can see, it's a little inconvenient, although it can definitely be put to great use in intimidating your enemies. And on to the next one, we have Famine's Scales. Now, if you just get these in game, you might be quite unsure of what they do. However, I will now proceed to show you. Quite simply, they can turn hay. Well, you'll see here, so this can be incredibly useful, especially for a server with an economy, because, as you can see, simple right click will turn hay into gold. Now, as you can imagine, this adds no combat abilities, but it can make you incredibly rich. On to the next one, we have Pestilence's Bow. As you can see, it looks kind of like a green Minecraft bow. When we shoot it, of course, we need arrows. When we shoot it, it causes a lot more pain. See this sheep here? As you can see, it gives a very deadly poison effect. I'm just gonna get some ambrosia ready, just so I can clear this. I use this on myself. As you can see, blindness 3, wither 3, poison 3, and slowness 3. Yeah, not nice at all. And it gives them for a long time, so whew, just in the nick of time there. But yeah, very powerful weapon this. Now, the only downside is it's quite hard to aim and has a lot shorter range than the average bow. Anyway, you should enjoy that. The next one, Ark of the Covenant. Now, this one does not have this does not have particularly any good in-game uses. However, it can certainly be good for roleplay. How this essentially works is, if any player looks at it, as you can see, they go blind and start taking damage, as you'll see in the Indiana Jones movies. The first one, Ark of the Covenant, in fact. Boom, and that is the Christian Relics. So, on to the next one. We have Irish Folklore Relics, of which there is only one. Except it is pretty cool. It can definitely be useful for certain play styles. However, here we go. What this does is in fact, in Folklore, it's what mermaids wear. And in the mod, what it does is it gives you incredible abilities underwater, as you can see. Very, very dapper. When I get into water, I have water breathing, night vision, and dolphin's grace. So as you can imagine, this is incredibly useful. Incredibly useful for any player that wants to live in the water, I guess, and it does certainly allow for you to do that. Because of course you can breathe in the water now, and because of Dolphin's Grace, you're going to be going very fast. Next one. Again, we only have one for this. It's the One Ring. Now I have this anywhere in my inventory, as you can see. Well, that seems to be a little glitch. Okay, so maybe that is something I need to work on, actually. Seems to only spawn particles. Oh no, that's not a glitch. Okay, so yeah, it's only when you hold it, makes you invisible and makes these smoke emitted. And the only reason I was invisible when it wasn't in my hand is just because the invisibility lasts a couple seconds more. But as you can see, this is very good for intercepting, although of course, like normal Minecraft invisibility, it will not work very well if you have any armor on, so be sure to take that off before you try infiltrating another player's base. Next we have European Folklore. We have two of these. Both of these are actually very, very powerful. That might have been the I think the update to 1.16 has broken that, so I'm going to have to go and fix that. I'm sure that'll be fixed though, probably by the time you want to play this. The next one is, well, I'll describe Excalibur first, how it's supposed to work. So essentially you can plant this into stone, you can right click, plant it into stone, and then only people that have the effects here of the village to show they are worthy are able to take it out of the stone. So that can be certainly a very cool roleplay feature, but also it's a great weapon, much more powerful than any vanilla weapons. Now the next one, 7 League boots. You did see the Hermes boots earlier, and now they have great vertical motion, but the horizontal motion is quite terrible, to be honest. It's just normal walking or running speed. However, these bad boys, now in mythology, these allow you to walk an entire, I think 7 leagues in one stride, according to the name anyway. What these manage to do is just give you huge jumping abilities, as you can see here. And when you're sprinting, so if I'm just walking, I go normal walk speed. If I'm sprinting, I get a huge, absolutely huge speed boost. Now this can cause some lag on some servers, but it's incredible ability to travel huge distance very quick. Right, now on to the next category. We have it, the Arabian Relics. There's only one of these, it's the Flying Carpet, but I assure you it is a very, very good one. So with this, you can actually right click and you'll go faster in a certain direction. So causing some lag there as I load in the chunks. So I try to stay in it. Goodness, I was trying to stay in an area I've already been in, but this offers very, very fast travel speeds. And of course, you're not going to take fall damage whilst you're using it. Now, there is actually a slight issue of... Oh, here we go. Sometimes you won't be able to get back onto normal land once you've been using it, because the flight will persist when it's not in your hand. However, to fix this, if you're having trouble, you can just throw it and you'll be good. And a few seconds after you've thrown it, you will have no fall damage as well. So you'll be safe. You'll be safe. Now onto the Finnish paganism relics. We have one, the Ukon Vasara. Now, as a start, it has decent base stats. However, what you can see, so when you hit people, it will also strike lightning on them. Now that sheep, I don't think it would have stood much of a chance anyway. However, against more powerful things like other players, that lightning strike can be very useful. And unlike Zeus's lightning, this is built for close combat, so the lightning strike created will not damage the user. Now onto the last category. As you can see, we have the Hindu relics. We have two of these, Trishula and the Galmodikai. I think that's possibly how to pronounce that. I'm not too sure. Now, this one here, the Galmodikai, is just what it looks like. Huge damage with a terrible attack speed. Now if I can find something, as you can see, it's just a real brute. Absolutely smashes things. Yeah, quite obvious that one. Now this last one, Trishula. Now it's same attack speed but a bit lower damage, so you might think it's kind of pointless. However, the beauty of this is, I can't really demonstrate this right now, but if you kill a player, you actually get the player head from them every time you kill them. So this can be great for creating a collection of player heads. Now, for now, that is all the items in this mod, everything we have to offer. However, I assure you there will be another update at some point, and I can't wait to see some people download that and start playing. Goodbye.